My name is Bianca Beldini, and I'm an acupuncturist and physical therapist. I was always that young woman that was really active. I was on the swim team in high school. I went to college on a swimming scholarship. I've done triathlon. I've been kickboxing for years. Been a martial artist, taekwondoist for 8 years, New Jersey national champion in forms for taekwondo. I've always been interested kind of as an outsider in that Eastern world, philosophy, medicine, meditation, things like that. And I don't necessarily know if I ever saw myself in this profession, sticking needles in people.
Syncopation.
I like the challenge of changing somebody's perspective on what acupuncture is and what it can do for them.
I'll be honest, when the first session, I looked at the pins and I said, whoa, slow down, I used to run for people or lock them up when they were sticking things in me. I said, now I'm going to sit down here and become a human pincushion. I said, well, I've got my gun with me. When it gets real tough, maybe I'll have to pull it.
It's not just for people who are trying to become one with themselves. It works for dancers, for people who have stressful jobs, football players. Everybody goes to it. It's amazing the people that I run into in Bianca's office.
It's really being portrayed in the media as this kooky, weird, granola crunchy Birkenstock wearing, long flowy gray hair and voodoo. I mean, that's so not what it is.
When I first went to see Bianca, I was in a very desperate place. Last spring, I guess, was a really bad allergy season, and working as a bartender, I was suffering really, really bad.
I went to a medical doctor and he said I had 3 vertebrae that were damaged in the neck with irreversible damage. And that the alternative would be to take some type of shots, which I wasn't too happy to hear about, or an operation, which, if successful, you'd walk, but still gingerly. And if it wasn't, you'd walk with your neck down. And that was a no-no.
When I first went and saw Bianca, I basically was completely unable to touch the floor, bend over without any pain.
Runny eyes, runny nose, coughing, fevers, sore throat, sleeping poorly. Pretty much the gamut of allergy sufferers. I had them all. And then after the 3rd session, I went home and everything pretty much melted away. And it literally dissolved the symptom.
I got up off the table and the first thing I went is, wow, hello? I can move my neck, I don't feel shooting pains, I don't have that burning sensation right in the top of my shoulder where it was coming up off the vertebrae.
Within 1 session, I was pain-free as far as walking, which I hadn't been before. I was able to bend over. I actually could touch the floor with the tops of my fingertips, which amazed me. I started crying, actually. It was quite an emotional experience and bonded me to Bianca forever because she completely cured what I thought was something that I was going to do with the rest of my life.
People come in, they're in pain, and they leave, they're not in pain. They come in, they have gastrointestinal problems, and they leave and they're feeling better. And this is not some let me rub my magic oils on you, or let me sprinkle some fairy dust on you. This is not what we do.
Bianca has an inborn chameleon type personality. She can relate to anybody that walks through the door. A young child coming in, a high professional from big business, a guy like myself who's a guy from Brooklyn, hey baby, what's happening, that kind of thing, and she relates.
I grew up a city kid, I grew up a girl that was really not afraid of anything. My particular September 11th story involves me being in the midst of the rubble and running down the street covered in soot, really not knowing if I was going to live or die. I was so traumatized that my hair was falling out and my scalp was bleeding, and I was waking up with such insomnia that I thought somebody was choking me in the middle of the night every night. And it wasn't until I found acupuncture and one very particular style and one needle That one needle changed my life. The one needle was a needle actually placed in my underarm, and it was done by a man who, when I still see him to this day, and I don't see him often, but I can't see him without tears in my eyes, because he facilitated me getting back my life.
Listening to her, seeing how balanced she is on a daily basis with her own life, her confidence in what she does, the amazing things she can actually do with her hands, do with her needles, do with her oils. She's the best, simply put.
I like to call her my angel of mercy and good feeling. That's what I call her.